jump on and talk about some of the tornado warnings that are going on right now. Get my webcam plugged in here for you guys as well. I don't think my microphone's plugged in, but kind of just jumping over, so giving me a chance to plug everything up. I didn't think about doing that before I started the stream, which would have made more sense. So there we go. You guys can probably hear me a lot better now. Ooh, and as we say that, I have another tornado warning that just popped up. Alabama, new tornado warning. So let's go look at that right now. So let's see here. It's gonna be somewhere down here in Alabama. Let's wait till it pops up. There we go. Go to the radar. We were looking at a potential, it was a PDS radar indicated. I think it was actually confirmed by some chasers up in Illinois of a tornado that went through Illinois about 20 minutes ago. That's what we were looking at when I jumped on, but we just had this new tornado warning pop out right as we went live. So this tornado is for the Barbaro, Bullock, and Pikes County in Alabama. And there you go. There's your rotation right there. Mount Andrews, you guys need to be in your safe space. Kind of some very interesting rotation with the storm. 2 areas of rotation, actually. I think this is the main one here, and this one right here is maybe another dual one. So maybe even dueling rotations with this. So Mount Andrews, Comer, Midway, you guys need to be in your safe place as this tornado warned storm is in your area at this time. Lowermost inner part of your house, put as many walls as you can between you and the outside of your home. Cover yourself with a mattress, helmets, anything you can to protect your body from flying debris. You need to be in your safe place now. So this is a newly issued tornado warning for the state of Alabama, the counties of Barbour, Bullock, and Pikes County. And we'll go ahead and time this out. I'm trying to get my webcam switched over for you guys. But if you guys could, while I'm doing that, go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel, share it with anybody you know in these areas. Helps get the algorithm out on YouTube. You guys can chat if you are watching with me and interacting with the channel anyway. Liking it helps get the algorithm out on YouTube and helps us get those warnings out to people more. Maybe these people in the rural counties don't have, I know I don't have network TV at my house and I live in the middle of the city. Too expensive. I just haven't gone through the issue of putting it up an antenna to get that information. So they probably will go to social media as they hear things come out. So this is definitely a way of helping them find the stream as well. But let me get this webcam set up for you guys as we're doing that, and we'll start looking at some of the other warnings coming up here. Let's see here. Been an interesting day of storms. Nothing super crazy outbreak, but we've definitely seen a lot of storms trailing. This is not my full-time job, obviously. Otherwise, I would have been on here earlier, helping you guys navigate the storms earlier as that went through. Let's see, I just plugged this in, but I don't think it's the right one. It is not. And another tornado warning popping up. So I got on right at the right time. And that is an extension of that Illinois, another one. So we got a couple going on in Illinois. So we're gonna go look at those here in a second. Here, I think I got my webcam finally working. Not that you guys want to look at me anyways, but we'll see if that works. But anyways, let's go up and jump up to Illinois and look at these 2 tornado warnings that just got issued. There were a tornado warning that was a PDS. These are both PDS. Wow, guys, look at this. We got 3 tornado warnings going right now up in Illinois, which was not an area of concern earlier when they were talking about storms today, but definitely a possibility. So you have your PDS here, potentially dangerous situation, tornado warning. This is a confirmed tornado. We're going to go ahead and look and see if we can see why it's confirmed. It was confirmed by a weather spotter here. So Mount Pulaski, you guys are in that warning area. Let's go ahead and look at the other ones here that were just issued. That was the older one of the 2. This is the other one that was there. This is another PDS. I'm guessing this is probably weather spotter confirmed as well because they're right next to each other. So there's still rotation in this storm as well. And this is just an extension of that. So DeWitt, you need to be in your safe place in Illinois at this time. Parnell and Farmer City, you guys are in the path of this storm as well. These are weather confirmed, weather spotter confirmed tornadoes happening right now in this area. So you guys need to be in your safe place, basement, innermost part of your home, whether it's a small closet with no windows or a bathroom, anything you guys can get inside to put as many walls as you can between you and the outside of your house. That is the most important part. Cover your body with a mattress, baseball equipment, helmets, anything you might have laying around to protect yourself from flying debris. But you need to be in your safe space now. So very interesting. We're seeing these storms pop up here. We'll see if we can get any radar indicated signatures on these storms as well. The rotation seems to be, at least to me, we'll go ahead and turn on the storm motion here. And you have the rotation right here with this storm. We'll see if we see anything on the CC and maybe a little bit there. We'll go ahead and go back, compare that. So yeah, definitely could be a debris signature right in here. We'll go back to our ZDR and look at that. A little bit of ZDR reflectivity there. So it's not exactly over the rotation like we'd like to see it, but definitely could be a debris ball um, located with the storm. So, but definitely been confirmed by spotters. So it doesn't even need to be radar indicated. This tornado has already been confirmed on the ground in your area. So you need to be in your safe place right now. So we'll go ahead and look at that. We had this other storm back here that was tornado warned, not been confirmed. We do have a report of the tornado right here. It's confirmed tornado spotted in the rural areas of west northwest of Illinois moving northeast, and that was this storm right here. This is the other tornado warned storm that has another 15 minutes on it for Christian in Sangamon County. Christian in Sangamon County in Louisiana. I'm sorry, in Illinois. And we'll go ahead and take a look at that one as well. Some hail that's been reported with this, over a half an inch, a quarter of an inch, dime to nickel size hail reported for 45 seconds by the public there. So there's a storm report with this storm. We'll go ahead and look at the base reflectivity on these storms. Very close to the radar, uh, very much close to the radar there. Very healthy supercells moving through that area. We'll go ahead and look at the storm down here to see the rotation. The rotation's still there. Definitely some rotation in this storm. Rotation in this storm as well. So Kenny, be ready. We'll see if they time this out or not, but this still could reproduce. These are very freak supercells. Nobody really expected these today. So very interesting things that we're seeing here. I'm looking at my stream and I'm wondering if you guys are even able to see the whole thing, which is very interesting to me because you should be able to see all of what I'm showing you, but I'm not seeing it on my stream. So I'm going to go check my stream real fast. If you are watching, go ahead and just throw something in the chat and let me know so I don't have to check out my stream. That'd be super helpful. So let's see here. I'm not sure why that is, so I might have to switch my screens around, but you guys still should be able to see the entire radar as I'm seeing it, but you guys are only seeing like right here. I can see my mouse moving right there, and there's a lot more to the radar than just that. So that's very interesting that you guys are only seeing that. So I'm gonna have to fix that. I wonder why that is. Yeah, so not seeing the whole radar, which is interesting. So let's see. We'll go back to this, and there's our problem right there. I think I found it already. So we'll get our radar resituated for you guys so you guys can see what I'm talking about. That's two streams in a row that you guys have not been able to see what I'm talking about, but I caught it early this time. I did catch it early. There we go. That's a lot better at least. I'm not sure why it's acting so cantankerous. but got it. Okay. So as I was saying, two confirmed tornadoes up here in Louisiana that we were not expecting. Whoops, let me turn this down. You don't want to hear me talk. Already hear me once. Two tornadoes confirmed up here in Illinois, which we were not expecting. They were confirmed by storm spotters on the ground. So these are still healthy rotating storms. So you need to be in your safe place. DeWitt, you need to be in your safe place, as well as Kenny. You guys will be in the line of the storm, but this one looks like it's weakening quite a bit. It is close to the radar, so hard to tell. We can go up in the atmosphere here and see if it's still got a lot of rotation. So there's still rotation in the storm as we go up in the atmosphere, but not a lot. Still very close to the radar, so it's hard to tell. But still, Kenny, just beware that this was a confirmed tornado. I'm headed in your direction. It could recycle. And DeWitt, you have the storm in your area that could be a confirmed tornado as well, and that is headed in your direction. So very interesting stuff, guys, to see in Illinois today. We have this tornado warning down here that looks like it's set to expire soon. Still some rotation with this storm as well. But very still weak tornado spinach with that one. So rotation with that as well. Still very, very interesting supercells. We got another one developing down here by Syncade. Very, very much that arc that you see in a supercell as it's starting to get that inflow. Very, very ominous of a supercell. So let's go ahead and take a look at that one while we're up here too. We are seeing some rotation in there with it, not super strong rotation, but definitely something that we need to watch down here as well. And we don't have a good radar for that one pulled up right now. Let's switch radars so we can get a better look at that one. Go ahead and go to St. Louis. That's a little ways away, so not seeing too much on that one. I wouldn't be surprised if they put a warning on that one, just looking at the base reflectivity on that with that super big arch in there. Hard to tell though, just from that. We'll go back in and look at it here. Don't see a lot of rotation on this one as well. So maybe not, but I would still be aware of this storm and watch it. We'll watch it closely as we go throughout the night. See if we can get a better look at it anywhere else. Still some rotation in there. Hard to tell because it's so far away from that radar. Again, we're in a radar hole up here. So very hard to tell, but we'll go back up and look at these. These are interesting that they're so close to the radar and we're getting those warnings this far north. Your rotation is still here on this storm. Again, this is a confirmed tornado on the ground by local storm spotters. So this is a PDS warning. The new image there does look like the rotation is weakening as well, which is a good sign. But the weight, you still need to be in your safe place at this time. Farmer City, know that this storm is headed in your direction as well. So I would definitely get ready to get into your safe place as needed. DeWitt, you are definitely in line for this one. Down here, still trying to look at these storms. Look at the base reflectivity on these. That one's definitely starting to rotate a little bit. Definitely had that arc and it was a little bit more organized a second ago when we looked at it. But it's definitely starting to rope out. Still got a healthy arc there, but not a big one. Again, not expecting storms up here. So definitely interesting to see. So it could go, but it's kind of roping out a little bit. I'd be surprised if they don't put a severe thunderstorm warning on that soon, if not another warning. Got some rotation in there for sure. Very interesting to see 3 tornadoes up here in Illinois today. So just goes to show that those SPCs are just a suggestion, guys. They were up there, but it was definitely low. They were definitely not anticipated this far north. So you always need to be on your toes when it comes to tornadoes and storms that are coming through your area. Let's go back down and look at the one in Alabama that was issued right when we got on the air here. And we'll see how this stream goes. We might go for another 20 minutes, 30 minutes. We're getting into the tail end of the threat of storms today with these storms, and then this threat will move more towards the east as we go on tomorrow. with not as high of a chance of tornadoes tomorrow. But again, like I said, we didn't expect them in Illinois, but they are happening. So definitely a chance tomorrow. So here's your tornado warned storm here. Got the arc there. It looked like there was two rotations when I was looking at it earlier. It was hard to tell. So we'll go ahead and look at this. This is a radar indicated warning. So you definitely have your rotation there, guys. Another one by there, Comer. You are in the line of a rotation, Glenville and Mount Andrews. You guys need to be in your safe place now. Innermost part of your home. Put as many walls as you can between you and the outside of your home. On the lowest level of your home, basement if possible, storm cellar, of course, and do what you can to cover your head. Again, we're getting to about 5 o'clock. Don't go out and try to look at these storms. Not a good idea. You won't see anything. There's a lot of precipitation with these storms, not as much as we saw yesterday, but definitely precipitation. You can see this one right here starting to rope out and weaken a little bit, not as much as this one. So this is kind of stealing the energy on this storm here up in the top. The rotation is still very strong down here. Take a look around and see how these storms back here are going. As this big system has moved through, line of storms has moved more east. It's put more of the fresh air behind it, and starting to produce more thunderstorms. Another tornado warning here. Okay, that's up in Illinois again. I bet you it's that cell that we just talked about. Let's see if it pops up here. Nope, they extended this one out. So we'll go ahead and look at that. So this is a tornado warning storm for Christian and Macon County in Illinois. If you're in these counties, you need to go to your safe place now. You are underneath a tornado warning. This is headed for Decatur, Illinois. If you're in Decatur, Illinois, you are in the area of this tornado warning storm. Mount Auburn, is it Auburn? I'm sorry, Mount Auburn. You need to be in your safe place now. It's pretty much over top of you. Harrison, you need to be in your safe place. This is a tornado warning storm. Two storms to your north have already produced tornadoes confirmed by tornado spotters. So you guys need to take this warning seriously, as this can turn into a confirmed tornado as well. The difference between a PDS confirmed tornado is either radar indicated confirmation of the tornado on the ground or by trained spotters, and the trained spotters have confirmed these two. So just because no one's confirmed this one yet doesn't mean it's not there. So please take this one serious. It's headed for Decatur. Harristown, you need to be in your safe places now as this tornado comes into your area. Still very interesting. DeWitt up here is still rotating a little bit. Mount Pleasant looks like it's very disorganized, but again, we're super close to the radar. And guys, I'm still seeing some rotation here down by Kincaid. We'll see how that one goes. I wouldn't be surprised if they put something on that one as well. Still, let's look at the arc on that one. Still a very healthy arc on that. If we go back to the ZDR, very much a ZDR arc on there. So that's very interesting storm there. We'll go ahead and look at the Echo Tops. Not as much as a big cell, but it is there and it's still battling for energy against this one. So we'll see what happens. Not a lot of energy up here tonight, but they are producing tornadoes. So there is another cell up here by Bloomington. We'll take a look at that one and see what that looks like. Not a whole ton with that one. They are getting a little bit of rotation on the very small tip out there, but again, I don't think it's anything to be concerned with right now. But definitely, guys, if you are in the DeWitt area, you need to be in your safe space. In Farmer City, you need to be in your safe space, as well as Decatur in the southwestern part of Decatur. You need to be in your safe space, as well as Harristown, as the tornado warning storm is headed in your direction. It is headed that direction. We'll see here at the speed of 30 miles per hour. So it is a slower moving storm, which doesn't mean much, except for it's going to take a longer time to get there, and it's going to be on the ground longer in one area. So again, 30 mile an hour moving northeast at 30 miles an hour. So please, it's already at Mount Auburn. We'll go ahead and look at the CC on this one. maybe a little bit there. It's very interesting. We'll go back to the ZDR. ZDR definitely showing something there. So very still a rotation there, not a strong one. Um, right there, you get the coupling a little bit there. So it's not a strong rotation. We'll take a look at that new image that just came in. Could be some debris in this one in the atmosphere. Hard to tell with this right through there. But it is over top of our rotation. At least it was. Still some right in there. We'll look at the ZDR on here too as well. So maybe nothing to be confirmed with that one on there. Rotation is still weak, but there is rotation on that storm. We'll go ahead and time this out for you guys. Storm track here. So Harristown, Decatur, you need to be in your safe space now. Foist, if that's how you say it, Forest, you need to be in your safe space as these could go towards you as well as they progress northeast. Still some rotation in this cell down here. Doesn't look as strong, but we'll keep an eye on it. Still got a very good small arc on it as well. Some other supercells developing down here, little small cells. Definitely interesting to watch. All right, we're gonna jump back down to the Alabama storm. See how that one's progressing for you guys. I still haven't got my webcam plugged in for some reason. I'm not sure what's going on with it. Let's just see if we can't fix it here real fast for you. I don't think it's that one. Okay, let's see. We'll go back here. There we go. Got it. Okay, perfect. Not that you guys were that concerned about it, but I was curious why it wasn't working. All right, so this storm down here, Mount Andrews, Comer, you need to be in your safe place. You're in a tornado warning as well. We'll go ahead and look at the rotation on this storm. Still a very healthy rotation in here. Mount Andrews, you need to be in your safe space. Uh, is it Coner or yeah, is it Comer? Comer, you need to be in your safe place as well. Looks like there's two areas of rotation there. I'm not positive what that is, but let's see if we can't get a 3D on that one. It looks like there might be some rotation up here to the north as well with this severe thunderstorm. Doesn't look like it's very tight rotation, more gusting winds. Very roped out, so not organized, but definitely a very good thunderstorm up there as well. And the threat for this one right here is 60-mile-an-hour winds with nickel-sized hail associated with that. So still, we got a very good line of storms, again, developing behind the storms we saw, already moved to the east. And then we're already seeing some storms pop up back here into the Mississippi Valley. Another tornado warning out here. So definitely something to watch as the night goes on. We'll see how the energy keeps going, but the threat definitely was supposed to diminish as we moved on tonight. So we'll see how that goes. Still our storms, our warnings are coming from the first line of storms that are going through that we saw yesterday. So go ahead and zoom out here. Take a look at any of these storms. A lot of straight line winds with these. Definitely a risk here. Up in the Atlanta area, some risks up here. Interesting rotation there, but I think it's still okay. We'll take a look at the base velocity. Yeah, nothing a whole ton with this one. We'll look at this one. Severe thunderstorm warning for southeastern Paulding County. This is going to be 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts indicated, radar indicated. So some high winds in the Atlanta area moving through. You can see that bow right through there. That's an indicator of high winds moving into the area as well. Definitely something to watch. We'll look at these down here again, see if those are rotating. We did have a tornado warning down here in the panhandle of Florida, which we weren't expecting. And then they did issue that warning. So definitely something we needed to look for. So one thing I gotta go check, guys. I'll be back real fast. I'll leave the radar up. Oops, there we go. All right, I'm back, guys. Sorry about that. I had to let the dog in. So again, tornado warning for this area here in Alabama. The counties of Barbour, Barbour, I'm not sure how you say that, pronounce it. Let's go back up and look at our Illinois storms as well. Okay. Still some rotation in there, guys. So definitely a rotating storm, not as strong as it was. Tornado warning storm down here. Still got some rotation in there as well. Harristown, need to be in your safe place. Back up here, DeWitt and Farmer City, you guys need to be in your safe place. Weldon, in your safe place as well. Parnell, in the most part of your home, in a basement, it's the best place to be. Uh, in a small room with no windows, no doors or windows, put as many layers between you and the outside of your home as possible, including any type of mattresses, blankets, helmets, anything like that is definitely possible to help keep you safe. All right. Let's see here. Just looking to see if I can change something real fast, but again, confirmed tornado here on the ground by trained spotters. Looks like the rotation is still there, but has weakened some. Still definitely rotation, so if you're Parnell, you need to be in your safe place. Farmer City, I'd be ready for this storm to come through your area as well. Again, guys, not trying to hype anything up, just very interesting that we're seeing tornadoes all the way up north here into this area into Illinois. Looks like this rotation might be strengthening, trying to strengthen again a little bit here down towards Harristown in Illinois. So definitely something to watch on that one. The supercell down here is trying to organize some more as well. We looked at that one when we were up here. Definitely starting to rotate with that last image. Let's go ahead and look at that. Starting to get some rotation in there. Two different arcs, which is interesting. Not good for organization, but we're going to keep our eyes on it to make sure. It's kind of fighting against itself. We'll see what happens with that one. Two very interesting storms up here. Three, actually. The other one was a confirmed tornado over here by a trained spotter. So two different ones today. Let's go ahead and jump back down to Alabama, see how that one's doing. Looks like they got the severe thunderstorm warning out and ahead of it. Still definitely a rotation on this one. So if you're in Glenville, I'd be ready for this storm. Looks like it is weakening a little bit. Go ahead and put the storm tracker out just so we can see it. Definitely some rotation in there. So Glenville, just know the storm is coming into your area. It did have rotation with it. Still has some rotation. So I'd be in your safe place as well. Definitely an interesting signature down there. I'm not sure what to make of that one. Definitely some rotation. Look at our normalized rotation. There's some rotation there. Also seeing rotation up here and down here. All thunderstorms rotate, obviously, but um, definitely interesting with this one. I'll be curious to see if they extend this one out, just to see what's happening with it. Comer, I'd be still wary of the storm right here. Looks like there's some rotation in it. Nothing super tight, but definitely interesting signature on that one. I'm not sure what it's doing. That one expires here in the next 20 minutes, so we'll see what happens with it as it moves further northeast. Looks like this one's starting to rotate a little bit down here, so we're definitely going to keep our eye on that one. That one looks interesting as well. It's trying to organize. We'll see if it does. Definitely not seeing the echo tops like we were yesterday, but they're definitely still there. Definitely seeing some up here, but definitely not as big of supercells that we saw yesterday. More of the line of conglomeration of storms. We'll keep our eyes on this one, guys, just to make sure. Just like some rotation, not a lot. All right, let's have a quick look around and see what's going on way back here in Mississippi as we got some severe thunderstorms back here. Let's see if any of them are rotating. Kind of in that radar hole again, all the way through here. Look, there's no radars. All the way down, up through Baton Rouge, Natchez. So hard to get a good image here. Here's their storm by Natchez, way out away from the radar still. We have another supercell here, looks like. This one looks interesting. Definitely trying to rotate a little bit. I should keep our eye on this one as well. But definitely a lot of storms started to pop up back here in the areas that were hit yesterday, right through there. And we'll see that through the night and see how much energy is still left in the atmosphere from this first line of storms moving through. Still seeing some thunderstorms is interesting, which means there's some energy left. We'll just see if there's any enough upward vorticity to get them to rotate. All right, looks like we have another confirmed. Is that right? Let's move up and find out here in Illinois. Okay, yes, this one right here, guys, headed towards Decatur and Harrison. This is now a confirmed PDS tornado. We'll go ahead and take a look at this. This is, again, a weather spotter confirmed tornado. So again, confirmed on the ground here. So Harrison Town, you need to be in your safe space. Forsyth, you need to be aware of this storm. You're not in a tornado warning yet. Let's look at the rotation. Not a lot of rotation left with it, so it looks like it is weakening significantly. But you guys still need to be aware that this tornado is in the area. You need to be in your safe space now. Very interesting though, three confirmed tornadoes here in Illinois that we've seen today. More confirmed tornadoes than we've seen anywhere else, and I think we had the couple down in Alabama today. Actually, I take that back. So Macon County, you're still underneath that PDS tornado warning. And then DeWitt County, you're underneath that PDS tornado warning as well. We'll look at the ZDR here, CC, to see if we see anything. Really hard to tell. Definitely looks like it's weakening some, so moving more towards the north than it is the east. So we're definitely keep our eyes on this. We got to watch these two back here as that energy starts to come through. Definitely starting to organize a little bit more in there. Two areas of rotation. Nothing super strong at the moment, but definitely got to watch these cells down here. Okay, so they did let this one up here in DeWitt County. Looks like they let that one expire. So Farmer City, that storm is still moving into your area, so you guys need to be aware of that storm. They did let the tornado warning expire on it. We'll go take a look at that one real fast, just to look at it. Still not a lot of rotation there. Still some. But we gotta definitely keep our eye on that one too, just see if it regenerates itself. Not the most organized cells up here, but they weren't expected to be, so that's okay. Definitely gonna watch that one. Don't see any rotation here. Harristown, definitely need to be in your safe place. Decatur in your safe place as well. You guys are still underneath that tornado, PDS tornado warning. All right, let's see. As those two expire, still not any tornado warned storms out there. Definitely gotta watch right here though. As these were confirmed tornadoes at one point in these cells. Rotation's weakening on this one, which is good as well. Don't see a whole lot of rotation in this one as well. So we could be getting to the end of our stream already, which is definitely okay. It means less and less tornadoes. But I'm definitely interested to see if anything develops back here tonight. I'm not sure I'll be able to cover it. Um, as the night goes on, we'll see how things go. Guys, and if I'm not streaming doesn't mean that there's nothing happening. You guys definitely need to be weather aware as well. Definitely not a time to relax. Definitely something you guys still need to be conscious of. Keep close to your local warnings as they are released. Definitely still storms that are producing out here behind this front that moved through the southeast already today. Again, as you get into the night hours and temperatures cool, really the thing that was driving this was the temperatures that was causing all the lift and the instability in the air. So as we lose that sunshine that's heating the ground, you won't be seeing those temperatures as much. That's causing that lift in the area. So the storm chances are going to decrease tonight as we go further on. Let's take a look at the SPC, which is the thing that got me messed up yesterday, but we got to do it anyways. So we're going to try it. All right. So for tomorrow, still we have a threat. I'll bring it up for you guys here. For tomorrow, you guys still have the threat of a slight chance of thunderstorms, severe thunderstorms down here, the panhandle of Florida and Georgia and the south eastern Alabama. So we'll go ahead and look at the tornado risk with this one. Still 5%. Again, we weren't expected for tornadoes up here in Illinois as well. So if we go back one day to today's outlook, we did have the marginal, guys, and marginal is marginal. I mean, most people don't take that very serious. I never try to downplay any type of warning that's in that area because it can happen for sure. And we saw that today. So tomorrow, as we look at tomorrow, your guys have this whole marginal right through here, and these storms could go anywhere. They could even go, more down to the panhandle as well, depending on the temperatures. So just a suggestion, guys. But if you're in the Charlotte, North Carolina, Virginia Beach area, Atlanta, Raleigh, North Carolina, and Norfolk, Virginia, all the way up into here, you guys still have a shot. Um, doesn't mean it's a good one, doesn't mean it's going to happen, but better safe than sorry. Definitely want to take it serious. Um, and then obviously the chances increase as you get down into the panhandle more area with that moist air coming up from the Gulf of Mexico. But definitely something we need to be aware of for tomorrow for sure. So let's go back and see if they've let that storm expire up in here in Illinois yet. Still there. Still not a lot of rotation. Decatur, you still need to be in your safe place. The rotation, I believe, is right here on this storm, and it kind of fell apart, moved north as it kind of got pushed out with those northerly winds. You can see yourselves way up here. Not a lot of organization with it, but there is rotation right in there. So definitely still need to be in your safe place. Fourth, you guys need to be aware of this storm as well as it's pushing into your area. Even in the Warrensburg, be aware that this is going to pass to your southeast in the east part of your town. So just be aware of that as it's moving through this area outsides of the northwest of Decatur area as well. This expires here in the next 9 minutes. We'll see if they extend it or not. There's not a lot of rotation in it as well. So definitely something to look at. Some good hail with these storms, maybe potential for hail for sure. It looks like this storm down here, it looks like it's trying to still organize. We'll take a look at it, but I think it's battling still some rotation down there. So definitely possible. Um, this one after the ones that already came through the area regenerate itself right behind it. So we had two confirmed tornadoes go through the same area now on kind of the same trajectory. This one was a little bit further south, where the other one went up into this area, up towards Mount Pulaski, and then Marron, and then up into DeWitt. So it's a little bit more southern as it's taking that direction, but they're still kind of following each other in that realm. Not super organized down here, but definitely some rotation in that cell. And we'll watch it to see as this one expires what this one does. You can guys, we can look at the echo tops as this with this as well. As you see, where you go forward in time, the cells are starting to diminish down through here. Not as high up in the atmosphere with the tops of those clouds. So the vorticity is not there. The updraft is not there. It's still actually coming down, starting to disintegrate. So you can see that was a pretty good supercell there with the yellow, very high up in the atmosphere, somewhere around 35,000 feet up into the atmosphere around Farmer City. But as we move forward in time, that starts to come down under 30,000 feet, which is a dying thunderstorm, which can still cause outflows and cause more updrafts. It doesn't mean it's not dangerous, just could be a sign of it weakening for sure. Same thing with these down here. Let's move forward. Some light blues around 20,000, 25,000 feet, and then starting to come down from there. But still, PDS confirmed tornado, which was really interesting. They just now let that expire, so that is now gone. And with that, we are without tornado warnings right now, which is great. We'll do a quick check of these severe thunderstorm warnings down here in Mississippi, making sure some of those aren't rotating as well. We'll go from there. Already some 1-inch hail reported with these storms back here on the Mississippi Louisiana line. So definitely some great, pretty good sized super cells down here. Like we looked at the other ones, guys. We're looking higher up in the atmosphere here, but still very good sized supercells moving through here with some rotation. There is some rotation on these. Definitely some rotation on that. Not as much, but we're definitely seeing some rotation high up in the atmosphere. And as you go up, even more and more with this one over here, especially. So one to watch here. See if we can't get a better look at that. Again, we're kind of in this radar hole. Two thunderstorms here. They extended this thunderstorm out. Um, Very interested to see why this one's not tornado warned. Has a good inflow. Some rotation with it, not tight, but definitely a rotating thunderstorm. Just not a lot of energy in these storms anymore, guys, as they already had some of the atmosphere kind of sucked out of them. This one's starting to rotate down here as well. You can definitely see that hook in there is starting to hook out a lot more. Definitely some storms to watch for sure. This one's not as organized. Not super high winds either. We're talking around 20 knots away, 20 knots in, maybe up into the 30s. So definitely rotation in it though. Okay, so the threat of these severe thunderstorm warnings are hail damage, 60-mile-an-hour winds, and quarter-size hail. moving 40 miles an hour northeast from Natchez on this storm. So here's Natchez moving northeast at 40 miles an hour. So we'll see what these do. Definitely not organized terribly a lot. But we'll go back over here, check the Alabama storms because we did have rotation over here earlier. But again, starting to lose that energy in the atmosphere. So some rotation in there, not again tight. Starting to see some rotation in there. So maybe an area to watch, but we'll give it a couple more minutes. Again, we're seeing these long line of thunderstorms go through the southern part of Alabama. And some more thunderstorms popping up behind them. I'm gonna go ahead and look at this real fast, see what's out there. Not a whole much more. We'll see how these progress as we go through. Starting to rope out, it looks like. Still some rotation. Not a lot, but definitely keep our eye on it. Definitely some rotation down here in this storm as well. So we're seeing rotation, just not enough instability to get these up into the atmosphere. Um, this is still a very good supercell over here. I wonder if we can get a good shot of a 3D on this one and try. It's not a great shot. Little bit of a inflow there, inflow outlet. You can see right here. This is where the air is coming into the storm. Not very much negative tilt in that. We're looking at heights up into about 20,000 feet into that upward vorticity. You get your rotation right through here, your downdraft, sorry, your updraft right through there. Definitely a rotating storm. But we'll keep our eye on it. Oops. All right. I think with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Thanks, guys, for watching. Stay safe the rest of the night. If anything super crazy goes on, I might jump back on. But appreciate everything. Go ahead and share the stream, subscribe, do what you can to help promote the channel and we get these words out to people. Again, tomorrow, marginal risk for you guys all the way up into West Virginia. Doesn't mean nothing, as Illinois, as we saw today, had some tornadoes as well. So definitely got to keep our eyes on that tomorrow as well. Be safe, guys. Be tuned in to your local weather. Have those weather radios plugged in all night tonight and tomorrow, and be ready for these storms to come through your area as they continue to develop. Thanks, guys. Have a good night. Talk to you soon. Bye.